Okay. I've got a couple more here, but I'm just going to move on to you guys. So if you have a question for each of you, I'm going to start with Robert. If you have a question for Nara.
Okay. I guess basically, what have you seen that the past VPF has done that maybe you wouldn't do or you could do better? And maybe what can you change?
I would say none of the VPFs have been bad, but I feel like none of them have pushed to kind of expand the role and not as much as they could have. I would say that previously the VPF's role has been defined as somebody who works with organizations on an individual basis with like counseling them through their debt. And the other role is by chairing the JFC. But I think there's much more of an opportunity to be kind of a financial counselor to all organizations on campus, especially in a time like this when departmental funding is being cut right and left. Grants are becoming more competitive. It's really hard to get corporate sponsorships and things like that. I think it's an opportunity for the VPF to step up and say, hey, look, I know all this stuff about money and how it can help you as an organization. I can help you out.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Nara?
I do. What do you think the image of the JFC is on campus, and how, if at all, would you change it?
Okay, well, first off, I believe that not enough people know what it is unless you're involved in a student organization to even have an image of it. But if you do have an image of it being involved in a student organization, you would think that they're out to get you because you're trying to get money and they're cutting your budget. But promoting an understanding that they are there to make sure that you can function. And also, like I said before, educating as many people as possible just through interactions, maybe even send the JFC representatives to UC late nights, involve them in Senate, UC late night, casino night, have them talk with students and constituents. Have them go to freshman dorms along with members at large. They just need to be out there and in the open talking with their fellow students. And that'll get a lot better. It'll get a more personable image out for the JFC, and people won't think as bad about the group.
Did you have any more questions, Robert?
No.
Okay. Nara, anything quick?
Yeah, I had one other question. When I read your part of the article in the Tartan this morning, you proposed this idea of having JFC reps form subcommittees so that each JFC rep actually essentially has a bit less work, just because right now you do have about 20 organizations to represent, and it is difficult. So I understand how that promotes efficiency, but in your article you said it also promotes fiscal responsibility, and that link wasn't very clear to me. So I was hoping you could clarify.
Okay, yeah,
that.
I'd love to elaborate a little bit more on that point. So basically what I propose is to have each JFC representative have a subcommittee of about 3 people each, and so basically what each of these people do is each JFC representative will have a specific category of organization assigned to them, such as sports, for example. And then each of those 3 people who are under the JFC rep will be given like an organization, maybe 3 or 4, depending on how many the JFC representative has. So let's say I was given club soccer, and I was in the subcommittee. I would be attending the club soccer events. I would be talking with the members of the organization. I'd be talking to the president, the finance, or the treasurer, or the vice president. And I would be getting a very in-detail look in what their needs are. And I'd be able to report back to the JFC rep. And because all the JFC representative does right now is meets with the president and treasurer, makes sure their budget is, and it gives them recommendations on their budget, tells them what is most likely to be cut if there are going to be cuts. But it makes it a lot more efficient because we have much more in detail look into what each organization needs. And especially with the economic downturn that's in JFC is very it's constant amount of funding, and everywhere else on campus is drying up. We need to be very fiscally responsible.
All right, thank you. I'm gonna